Greetings loyal subscribers and honoured guests. Welcome to episode 32 of Covertape Chaos. Unfortunately, this is where the overall quality of the tapes starts to take a dip, in my opinion. There's a gradual shift over to more utilities and less games, which some of you may have actually liked, but I would have sticked with the original mix of full games and demos. Given that the C64 received thousands of releases over its lifespan, there should have been plenty of older games to give us without having to fill out the tapes with sprite utilities and the like. Oh well, there still is some good gaming to be had, and this tape is a good reminder of that. It contains Thrust for starters, which is a stone cold classic, as well as Steel, Corya, and a collection of 80 pokes. There's also the aforementioned sprite utility, Frost. Let's get started. We do get the less interesting stuff out of the way first, I guess. Frost stands for Format's Really Original Sprite Thingy, and for those with aspirations of making your own Souk game or other homebrew project, I guess it could be useful, but like I said in the intro, I believe the extra space would have been better spent on another game. I don't do a great job of demoing the software here because it's quite complicated to use, though there is a full guide inside the magazine if you would like to use it. Time to move on. Next up we have Corya, the Warrior Sage Part 1. While I don't mind the occasional old-fashioned text adventure on a power pack, I do object to one being spread over 3 separate issues. Again, it feels like they were desperately trying to find something, anything, to fill up the tape. I personally am not a big fan of this sort of game anyway, though this one is actually quite highly regarded, coming from the mind of Anthony Collins from the Guild. You take control of the titular Corya and set off on a quest to save a village from a menacing dragon. No doubt that I will be saying much the same thing here on the next video and the one after that as well, because we have quite a bit of Corya to look forward to. Up next is Steel, another game from Hewson's Racket label. In this game you take control of a little robot whose task is first to activate 8 cartridge slots by finding their terminals and completing a minigame, and then you have to allocate the 8 cartridges and plug them all into the cartridge room. Shooting or getting hit will deplete your energy, but you can replenish it by finding charging stations dotted around the place. It all sounds a lot like Herobotics, doesn't it? And it is, but only a little bit. To be honest, while I thought the concept sounded really good and the graphics are also really nice with the cute little robots that look like metal hamburgers and stuff, the gameplay can be a bit annoying because you are constantly hounded by the bad guys with no let up at all. It would be nice to be able to just explore the world a bit before being attacked again. This is my main issue with the game. If the enemies were toned down a bit, I think it would be great. As it is though, it can be a bit annoying to play. Now we move on to Thrust, a genuine classic that I played mostly on my BBC Micro, long before I had a Commodore 64 of my own. In this game you pilot a little wireframe ship down into the depths of numerous planets, avoid being shot by the gun emplacements and stuff, and then steal an egg thingy with your tractor beam, blow up the reactor and escape. That's much easier said than done though, because Thrust features realistic gravity and inertia, so the weight of the egg thingy hanging from the bottom of your craft will drag you down and swing you around if you aren't extremely careful with your manoeuvring and the use of your thrusters. It can be a tricky game, that's for sure, but practice can see you make progress. I never got that good at it personally, but I remember my brothers could wrap the game all the way around to the beginning again, where the walls were then made invisible. The C64 version also features some really awesome music on the title screen. If you've never played Thrust before, then you owe it to yourself to fire it up and give it a spin for a little while. We finish off the tape with a collection of 80 pokes, or cheats, for various games. While this isn't another full game or demo, I don't mind this being on the tape so much because it could potentially help me complete some games, and it doesn't actually take that much room up anyway. I like the fact that Commodore Format has taken the time to make a slick menu with music for this. It's nice and easy to use. So there you go then, Powerback 32 was a bit underwhelming for me, I'm afraid. The mighty Thrust and the enjoyable but frustrating Steel do redeem it somewhat though. Join me again in 2 weeks' time for more Corya and whatever else CF has in store for us. In the meantime, take care.